welcome back to the YouTube channel of Pro Enzo Vid, and some breaking news today. We heard that Lachlan Galvin will be departing the West Tigers, not at the end of 2025, but at the end of 2026. So it is big news. I know people may have expected Galvin to already leave the West Tigers one day in his career, but I still say it now. At present, it's a big news and big story because, you know, he's the rising star of the West Tigers, obviously got a big future in the game. And, you know, obviously Tigers now have no Galvin past 2026. So they have time to plan for who replaces him after that. Potentially Lachlan, who's already there. But, yeah, it's big news. And for any West Tigers fans watching right now, I feel really sorry for you actually because, you know, there's one man that I feel like has played with that club for a long time now, and it happens to be the same manager as Lachlan Galvin does have. But if you are new around here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. And yeah, help my goal of 5,000. Well, my next goal is to get to 5,250 subs. So that goal of 5,200 did get cracked the other week, so I appreciate it so much. And yeah, yet again, subscribe if you haven't already. But Lachlan Galvin, where to for Lachlan Galvin? First thing I want to say is, like, how has this all broken down so badly? Because, you know, Galvin has been prioritised as a long-term half for the Tigers. I believe the Tigers offered him a 5-year deal and $5 million across those 5 years, I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm correct in saying that. But he still turned it down, and apparently, I'm not making this up at all, like, this is what I've read through Sydney Morning Herald and all that. But apparently, Lachlan Galvin's management has told West Tigers power brokers that Galvin does not believe Benji Marshall can make him the player that he wants to be, and doesn't back Marshall and his coaching abilities. So I guess for a guy at his age, like 20 or 19, 20, saying all that, that's very big. Like, that's a very big statement to make, you know, considering how much Benji's done in the game of rugby league, you know, and he's across his time playing when he was. But yeah, obviously a few things happened behind the scenes. I don't know if there's any bad blood with anyone there. Probably is, but not that we all know of just yet. But yeah, it's sad because, you know, Galvin, like I said, he's obviously from Campbelltown, and obviously he's come through the junior systems at the West Tigers. So yeah, I guess Tigers losing yet another junior, probably thanks to the ear, or the talking to Lachlan Galvin's ear, from Isaac Moses. He's probably dictated a lot in this situation, unfortunately. But yeah, you know, I think you know, that the real thing I'm trying to work out is, like, you know, why did he turn down a $5 million contract across the seasons the Tigers have offered to re-sign him for? Because I don't know what other club are offering that sort of money, you know, to be honest. Like, Para might, because Para need help, like, across everywhere at the club. And they do need a good half when Dylan Brown does leave the club at the end of the season. So maybe Eagles will give him that sort of money to leave. Well, he's already leaving Tigers, but to get that money given to Galvin, like Tigers offered him. But I don't know. I don't see any other club really offering Galvin that sort of money. And, like, I think Galvin can be a long-term half, but don't be shocked if he plays block or back row going forward, because he has a big frame, and I do feel like in the nearby future he might play in the forwards. I mean, he was a back rower playing as a junior too, so wouldn't be shocked if he does move positions in the coming years. But yeah, it's a real tough situation because that's good money, and I think any kid at his age will take that contract up no matter what. But obviously he's got personal reasons for why he wants to leave, and I respect that. But yeah, I guess the fact if that whole Benji Marshall stuff is true, then yeah, it's a very big statement to make, especially when he's only played just about 50 games and Marshall's played like 300 plus, I think. So yeah, but obviously there's bad blood, like I said, and it hasn't gone all down too well, sadly. So yeah, we'll see where Galvin does go by the end of 2026. But I do believe that he could leave at the end of this season, just because the manager might try and push for an early release, and maybe Galvin will start doing certain things that might make it a bit hard to see him stay for the rest of the 2026 season. So, I mean, this is like what happened with Tedesco, Mitchell Moses, Aaron Woods, and, you know, all these players that Moses has managed in the past. You know, Moses is that sort of operator that makes things happen. So, expect Galvin to maybe leave the club at the end of the season. It might be a bit tough because Tigers did say they won't release him without their call making him go early, and they don't want to make him go early at all. But things can change. It's rugby league. There's a news story every single day, so we'll see what does happen. But it is big news, and I hope West Tigers fans are coping with the loss of Galvin okay, because I don't know, it's not going to be easy. But let's see what happens, and let's see how Galvin goes when he does go back to Leichhardt and Campbelltown, and what reception he does get, because I expect a few boos will happen, but I suppose time will tell. But thank you guys for watching. What are your thoughts on this situation with Lachlan Galvin leaving the West Tigers? Big news, and where do you see him going? But thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe as always, and have a good rest of your night.